All right, ladies and gentlemen, the name of the show today is Fashion Advice. And the reason why I like to give fashion advice is because I am the fashion coordinator. And what I mean by that is I really advise people on dressing, putting colors together, having a fashion as, something that you do that is, see, some people, put it to you like this, it's got to be in you to really be a fashion guru type of person. A lot of people realize, they say, well, how can I dress like this, or how can I dress like that? It's more to it than just buying the clothes. There's more to it than buying a couple of suits. You can have a lot of money and you still may not know how to dress, because dressing is an art. It's an art to dressing, and a lot of people don't understand that. It's a 3-color rule. It's also, you understand me, it's a thing to where not only do you have to know how to put the clothes together, you got to feel confident, and it's the way you got to have that charisma, and that swag that goes with putting on clothes. And it's like, with me, I've been wearing clothes for a long time. Most of my life I've been dressing. And I've seen a lot of people perish by the wayside in the dressing game. And I've seen a lot of people prevail, because I've seen some of the best. I've been around the best. And a lot of the best from the dressing, from the everyday, like my standpoint of wearing a suit every day, dressing every day, it's very few people that do that now. They're like, it's like dinosaurs were very rare. You know what I'm saying? Because the people that were doing this, with the era when I was coming up, you understand, when I was a teenager, we wore suits every day. We wore suits like people wear tennis shoes and jeans now. We wore suits, you understand me, suits and gaiters, and we had a lot of class, you understand me, silk drawers and silk shirts. We just was on hit with the socks matching the underwear outfit. We was in and out with it, man. You can't get no sharper than that, man. You understand me? On that platform. And they sold stuff like that in these stores, you know what I mean? They used to call it pimp socks, pimp outfits, pimp, that's what they called it. And at the time, pimping was a thing that people strived to do, because that was the ultimate black man's thing. Other than being an entertainer, football, singing, pimping was right there with it. So that's where a lot of fashion came from, entertainers and pimps. And that's why people don't understand that way back when that was happening, that's when you get the style from there, you got the essence of the style. Where style comes, that's why it comes so natural to me. And that I put this stuff together and it always looks good, because I know how to coordinate. Coordination is key. Coordinate. You have to know how to coordinate. And there's a 3-color rule. A lot of people don't understand the rules to this dressing. There's rules to this. You have to know how to dress. You have to know how to put the clothes together. And you got to have enough clothes. You can't, what inspired me to do the show, I seen a couple there, they were looking so nice. I admired them that one day when I seen them. Then the next week, the same very day, they had the same thing, exact thing on. That took everything away, because you could be dressed for one day, but the style and being a stylish person and having class and style is you dress accordingly every day, consistently. Because if you wear the same thing too many times, that takes away your credibility. You rank way low on the totem pole. You might as well not even put a suit on. You might as well wear regular clothes regularly, and not to get no attention. No, don't be noticeable. Then wear something that's going to be noticed, and then you're not wearing it, changing it enough. It's like me. I'll be fascinated, fly every day. If I wore a fly outfit more than one day, and you wore it to it, no, it don't look good. People talk about you, and that's what I try to tell people. You buy 1 or 2 outfits. I know people used to do this, and they were called tramps. People talk down on them because they wore the same suit too many times, and that's what somebody was saying. The first time they say you sharp. The second time, they may not say nothing. Third time, man, they ain't talking about you no more. The point of it is, if you're gonna dress, you have to dress right and dress accordingly. That's why people don't dress every day, because it's not easy. People dress once a week when they go to church, or once a week when they go out to the nightclub, because it's easier to do it that way. And that's not even easy, but it's easier to do that because you got a whole week to put it together. You know what I mean? You got a whole week to think about it. So that's different. But when you're dressing every day, every single day, and you got to put the colors with the colors, and you got to have it on adequate, everything is on point. And I know people used to tell me that, man, how do you do it? How do you do it? How do you have everything match? I've been doing it so long that it's automatic with me. I already know it's like anything else that you do all the time. You've been doing it for years. It's in you. It's not on you, and you do it with so much, exquisiteness. You know what I mean? Class and devotion. And I've been learning. Not only my mentor back in the day. I learned this a long time ago when I was a kid. My uncle, my father, they all dressed. My sisters, they all running in the family. Then when I left the launching pad from the family, I didn't have it all the way down then. And then Sweet Roy was dressing, but he was wearing all one color, right? So it was like I seen him and I liked it what he did. And then Baby Mike and Breakum John, they put a color with it. They'd have like burgundy and black, and then loud green with black. Baby Mike used to wear a lot of black with his clothes, but he did that because he didn't have a whole lot of suits. But he knew how to work it. He knew how to dress every day, and he'd wear those patent leather shoes that he could get away with. And I did my pattern after him. He'd have a crushed velvet suit, and then he'd have a black shirt, and then sometimes he'd put a white shirt on. You change shirts, and then he had kept his hair fixed. So he didn't worry about hats because he kept his hair fixed. When his hair wasn't fixed, he put a hat on. But the point of it is, the way he would dress, you understand what I'm saying? He looked so fresh because he had his hair did, and he kept a fresh shirt on. You can't have a dingy shirt. You gotta have that shirt. That shirt got to be fresh. It's got to be on pop. You understand? Because if you have a dingy shirt, anything dingy that ain't on it looks bad. And my friend, he used to do that. He used to wear the shirt. He used to talk about it. Say the shirt. Talk about a shirt because he wear a white shirt and then be black around the collar. You can't do that. You got to have that fresh shirt, man. If you go wear the suit, maybe 2 or 3 times, and it's a suit you can get away with. Say if it's a black suit, there's ways of taking shortcuts in the dressing game. But I'm a suit man. See, I don't like putting pants with sport coats and all that. People buy suits and they change up the coat do all that kind of stuff. That shows a lack of clothing when you do that. And I don't do that. I do it because I like people to know that I got suits. And I have plenty of them. And that's why I always been buying them. Because I like to have a variety of suits. That's the right way to do it, in other words, as far as I'm concerned. And then later on, as I got another mentor, after those mentors, and then, Joe Black and these different people, then I went mod for a while, you understand me, with Frantic Jimmy, and I started putting the mod stuff together, in the late 70s, when they was doing the mod thing, and the Apple Caps and the Knickerbockers. But when you do the Knickerbockers, people don't understand they want to put high socks on with Knickerbockers. No, Knickerbockers are supposed to be with boots. You're supposed to have boots on with that, and not short boots. Boots to go up to high. You understand? A lot of times people, they try to do shortcuts, and they do what they do because right now they don't make the boots to go with the Knickerbockers like they did. You can do the socks if that's what you do. That's your thing. Whatever you do, as long as you do your thing, But if I'm gonna wear the boots, I'm gonna wear the socks. I'm gonna wear the boots and the socks same color. You understand? And then put the socks up on the Knickerbockers' head, then you can get away with it. It's all good because it's coordinated. You understand? There's ways to do things and still look good. But myself, if I'm not gonna have the high boots, I'm not gonna wear the Knickerbockers. I wear it according to how high my boot is. That's how high. I put my pants in my boot if it's a low boot. But a Knickerbocker that go way up like that, no. I'm from back in the day where we had those boots that way up to the knee. You can even go to Flag Brothers even had them. They had them. It was a style, man, fashionable thing for men to do. Nowadays, you don't even see them kind of boots. They don't even, you can't find them. It's rare, to get that type of style, But the point of it is, if you're gonna wear it, you gotta do it right and do it with class and style, man. Be an ultimate. Because I was around some of the best stylish people in the country. I patterned after them. You understand? And then Smiley, you understand? My last mentor, he got the key to the city. Willie Brown made him the best stylish person in the city. He passed me the torch, And then I took over being the fashion guy, the best dressed in San Francisco. And I'm at City Hall, and my picture, I've been in the paper 3 times. You know, I earned that title by being the best dressed, and I took points from him. He gave me the 3-color rule. I got the 3-color rule from Smiley. He gave me the 3-color rule on dressing. That means don't wear no more than 3 colors. Before that, I was wearing, well, I'd wear 1 or 2 colors, out of my sense of not using 3 colors. He said, don't wear no more than 3 because I noticed everything patterns. Like right now, I got no more than 3. Gray, a dark burgundy, a dark, I guess you call that plum, a dark plum color with pink. You understand? That's 3 colors. So, I'm hooking 3 colors up. It's the way I do it automatically because I've been doing it so long. But he gave me the rule because one time, you understand, I seen him, and I respect him and look up to him. He's older than me. When he told me I had a tie that had too many colors in it, I went and got another tie and changed it. After that, I made sure I didn't have no more than 3 colors when he told me that. Because he knew I listened to him and respected him and wanted to be like him. So I got suits, and he had more suits than me at the time. He was the only guy I knew that had more suits than I had. And then I ended up steady, grinding and getting suits, and then next thing I know I had so many suits, they had hundreds. But like I told my other friend that didn't have many suits, he stopped buying suits. He thought he was sharp with 8, 9, 10 suits. I said, man, look, you got to realize, man, you're going to the cleaners more often. Then he stopped going to the cleaners and tried to wash his suits because it was too expensive. I said, the more suits you got, the less you go to the cleaners. Because when you once get over 30 suits, you only wear 1 suit a month. And I said 30 is not even enough. You know what I mean? You get 60, you wear 2 suits. You know what I mean? You go 2 months without going to the cleaner. I said, oh man, hey. Then I got 365 and I was over that. And then I said, man, look, I wear a suit. You understand me? And people said, man, we never see you wear the same suit twice. No, the more clothes you got, the more, the more sharper you are because you don't wear the same suit too often. People don't see it. You have so many suits to where they don't see that suit again for a long time. It's so long they don't even remember that you have it. And then you have favorite suits that you like. But the point of it is, that's because I love clothes. I love suits, I love clothes. So I spend a lot of money on it. But most people don't do that. But if you love dressing, you're going to do it because that's what you love to do. If you're not drinking, you're not on drugs, you're not chasing women. So you're going to do something that you're fascinated with and that you love doing. And dressing is what I prefer to do because dressing is my forte. I love to dress and wear clothes and look good in them and be the best I can be, And like people get, ask me different questions, you know what I mean? Like, how do you base on, how do you lay your clothes out, you know what I'm saying? Well, what I do is I put my clothes out. You understand? I set my clothes up, I put a suit out first. I take a suit out. These are some of the questions people ask, you understand me? Type of fashion. I'm a dress up person. I wear suits. I specialize in suits. There was a time where I wore sweatsuits, but I wore them the same way. I wore sweatsuits. I had the colors hooked up and matching it on top. And I had hundreds of them. I had hundreds of sweatsuits. I always had a lot of clothes because I never liked to wear the same thing too many times. See, that's why I say you got to love clothes to really, really, really be on top of fashion. You got to really love fashion. And when I was wearing tennis shoes, I had hundreds of tennis shoes. I went buying tennis shoes all the time, every time. I went shopping all the time. I went shopping. I love shopping. That's something I love to do. And the rest of my family, my sister loved to shop. That's in our family. We get that honest. And then they say, then they ask me, you understand me? They asked me, where did you start your interest in fashion? Oh, when did I start? I started that at 16. I started my interest in fashion when I hit the streets. When I got it with my father, when I left home, my father, you understand me? He was a fashion person. He used to buy me suits. He'd take me and buy me suits and things. We'd be able to go shopping together. And he'd buy me suits and stuff when I was a teenager and I'd wear suits to school. And that's how I started out. I'd wear suits and ties and turtle shoes and all the top flight stuff. You know, and then I got out there, and then when I hit the streets, when I got on my own with the streets and got around players, that's when I really, you know, they really got on top of it. Now, Street Warrior is my first influence. You know, but the thing about it is that you get a suit, you lay that suit out. The way I lay my clothes out, I lay my suit out, and then for my suit, I put the tie, I put the shirt, you understand me? Then I put the shoes and the hat, you understand? Then the glasses. Everything goes together as far as how the colors I want and how I want it to go. And according to what the suit is, the first thing I lay out. I grab the suit and then I say, what color do I want to wear with it? You know, I think about what color I'm going to wear. And like me, myself, I have a queen, so me and her both dress alike. So we do this every day together as a combination, perfect combination. We dress the same every day. So I'm a double threat now, because it's not just me dressing, it's me and my queen. You know, and this just happened, God sent queen, it happened to be like that. It put me on the winning team. So it's like, hey, you know, what can I say? I got it like that. And that's why I say a lot of haters hate, but hey, congratulate, you understand? Because I do this, you understand me, continuously, effortlessly, and hey, you got to be great to do it like we do it, you understand? It's not just something anybody can do, you know. And that's why, you know, I don't condemn dressing to other people to tell them not to do it. I say don't play with it. I mean, what I mean by that is if you're gonna do it every day, don't make an ass out of the suit game. Because I've seen a lot of people do it. Like I said, I've seen them people wear the same thing too many times. You know, you wear something too many times because you don't have enough. If you don't have enough clothes to wear, dress clothes, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Put on a sweatsuit and you can wear that more than one day. And then you're just out the race. Then you're not in the race. So you're not in the race then. Get out the race. Because when you're in the race, you'll be a disgrace if you don't make the place right in the dressing game. And I've seen so many dudes do it, and they got counted out. You know, they got counted out the game because they tried to play and they couldn't. You know, and the way I organize, people say, how do you organize your clothes? That's another thing. See, it's hard to find things. The hardest thing about dressing, when you have plenty of stuff, but it's so beautiful, it's a pleasure of itself. It's a high of its own when you find and you lay your clothes out and you get it once done. As you're looking for the stuff. Because see, you have to look for the stuff. Because I got a big bag of ties. I got a big bag of these flowers and different things. I got bags of stuff that I have to go through to get to what I want when I want to find something to put together. Like when I'm looking for my shoes, I got bags of shoes. So I have to find the right shoe because I got hundreds of shoes. See, people don't understand. When you're looking for something and you have a lot, it's not easy looking for that item. See, it's easy when you got 4 or 5 pairs of shoes. I mean, you're going to wear either the blue, the black, the green, or the red, or the yellow. You know, boom, 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 you only got 5. But when you have hundreds of shoes, you got 10 of the color, but you got light blue, navy blue, you got royal blue. You know what I mean? You got different colors of that blue. People say, oh, you got one blue. Like my friend that only had 8 suits. He said, well, I got a blue suit. No, you got to have royal blue. You got to have light blue, powder blue. You know what I'm saying? Navy blue. You know, you got like 6, 7 blues of different color blues. Then you want more than that one color blue because in the blue category, navy blue, you got a plaid. You got a pinstripe. You understand? It's on and on and on. So that's how you end up with so many suits, so many colors. With shoes, you got a blue pair of shoes. You got a blue and white pair of shoes. You got a red and white, and you got red. You see what I'm saying? Within the colors, you got 2 colors and 3 colors and 2, you know what I'm saying? Within the shoes. Most of my shoes are 1 and 2 tone. 1 and 2 tone. You know, just like I got this pink I got on. The shiny pink. Then I got another pink. It's pink and white. And then I got a fuchsia. I mean, you know, I got color. I got hundreds of things. Everything I got hundreds of them. You know, I got hundreds. I don't expect you to be like that. But if you're going to dress, you get you 2 pairs of shoes. You get you a brown, you get a black. You understand? You get 2 suits, you get a black. You get a tan. You understand? You start off like that. You understand? You don't wear the tan that much. You wear the black and a navy blue. You could get black and navy blue, but make sure the blue is light enough to where it's a double breast and one's a single breast. You understand? So they know it's a different, it's not the same suit. See, when you get two suits that are the same color, you make sure the suits have different patterns, like long coat or short coat, double breast, single breast. You make sure you have a three-piece, two-piece. You understand? Make sure they have different things. Then if you got a vest, you can change, interact, put the vest with that suit. Like say the beige is two-piece. You put the black vest or the navy blue with that. You get two pairs of shoes. You get a black, a gray. Gray is good. You know, you get gray if you can get gray. But as you shop and as you get more, you get your black and your brown. Then you work on a gray pair of shoes, and you got to invest in stuff. You can't buy two pairs of shoes and keep wearing them, and don't invest and have more. And as years go on, you get more and more and more if you keep investing in your wardrobe, if you're serious about clothes. Some people don't know how serious about clothes. They buy a few suits and they buying drugs. They chasing women. They spending money on partying. You know, they doing a lot of other things to where their wardrobe is not their priority. You know, and they look dingy or look tacky, but you know, they're half-stepping, I call it. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to invest in what you like to do. If looking good is your forte, and not only when you look good, you also want to smell good. That goes along with it. You don't look good and don't take baths every day regularly, shower, shave, and smell fresh. So to do that, you have to get your 8 hours sleep. You have to wake up feeling good in order to put good clothes on. It all goes together. It's a scenario of positivism. You're a reflection of how you look. You look a certain way, you're a reflection of that. You feel good, you look good. And you want to keep feeling good, you want to keep looking good, so you keep investing in clothing. You steady looking for better clothing. You steady trying to increase and enhance your wardrobe. This is how I roll. And people understand how I stay so fresh. That's how I do it. I'm steady buying clothes. I got so many clothes, I got a storage to keep my clothes because my place, I don't have enough room. And then I have to rotate back and forth. Every week I have to go get clothes. When I wear this outfit, I take it to the stores, and then I pick some suits up and bring them back. I do it like that because that's how I have to do it. You know, because I'm not rich, where I don't have no big mansion or no place like that to store my clothes. But I'm not going to let that stop me from looking like a rich person. I'm going to look good because I come from that era where dressing was my thing. When I was young, let me tell you something. When I didn't have no place to stay, and I was up there in Tacoma, Washington, and I had my clothes in the bus station. I was traveling. My clothes were in the bus station. Because back then you could be in the bus station and you could change clothes, dress up, and get ready and be on time. You could change clothes, wash up, and smell good and do what you got to do, and put a whole different outfit on, be sharp as I don't know what coming out of the bus. They said I was the sharpest cat they ever seen to come dressing out of a bus locker. You know, but I've been sharp and wearing clothes all the time. I mean, I shop all the time. I've been doing this for years. I'm 70 years old. I've been doing this since I was 16. That's 54 years, man. You know, I've been doing this just that long. And it's like, when you do something as long as I've been doing it, it's like you don't let it, interfere with your life. You know what I'm saying? What I mean by that is, you know what I mean? You dress as you're blessed. You feel your best. And every day you feel great because you're putting on a fresh, brand new outfit or something new. If it's not new, it's close to new because you ain't wore it a few times. And then, you know what I'm saying? It's like new, it looks like new. And you feel fresh and you're at your best. You know what I mean? You're not wearing shabby clothes because you got so good at this dressing game that you know how to keep your stuff up. You know what I mean? Everything looks so fresh and new. And then you're smelling good too. You got to know how to do it. It's a package deal. It's something that you do that's everybody can't do it. If everybody could, everybody would. But it's not because they got different priorities. And I'm going to tell you another reason why they don't do it. Most people work or they're doing something other than looking good. To look like this, you can't be doing no work. You got to be a person. And our whole life, I never worked. So I was able to always look good, see. That was the gift that I had and the lifestyle that I had. Well, dressing was my forte. Dressing was what I can do, and I can do it every day. And I appreciated it. I love the life I lived. And if I had to do it over again, I think I will. I would. People say, what would you rather do? No, I could have been a longshoreman. I could have been a merchant marine, but I like dressing. I didn't like, wearing jeans or tennis shoes. And I really don't wear them now because I don't play no more. When I had the sweatsuits on and the tennis shoes, they were top of the line. It was real slick at the time to do that. And I did it, and it was okay. At the time. But then I had suits I put on at night, so it wasn't like I wasn't dressing, being my best. I had suits and wardrobe and gaiters and things, suits with my name on them. I had different segments at different times that I looked different ways. But I always, was looking my best, you understand me, as I dressed and was blessed. And, I was able to do it like that, you understand. But I fixed up my cars. I was just a designer type person. I like to look unique and outstanding. That was something I liked to do. Make sure I was unique and outstanding and looking my best. You know what I'm saying? And not half-stepping with it. Because a lot of people try to do it and they don't put the colors together. And they do it and they think they look good. But that's okay. That's their priority. They look the way they look and I look the way I look. And the thing about it is, this is my opinion. The show I'm giving you is my version of my fashion advice. This advice I'm giving you for me, from my point of view. It doesn't mean it's the gospel. It's my gospel. It's what I do, what I believe in. Other people have different formulas. They have different formats. But I'm telling you how I do it, and I think you wear something too many times or you've seen too many times in it, as far as I'm concerned, it don't look good, because it's been seen too much. And people do that. I know a lot of people. Movie stars, people like that, they don't even want to be seen at an event in the same thing again. And they really don't want to be seen with somebody wearing what they got. So that's why my stuff is unique. And you don't see nobody wearing it because I go way to L.A. and I go to different places where people don't have what I got. They don't, I don't see them with what I got because what I got is very unique. And you don't see it no more. Like the zoo suits I wear. Zoo suits was wearing in the 60s and 70s. And 80s people wore zoo suits. You don't see them, but that's a classic style. That is a style that is a classic, and it won't go nowhere. The Zusu style will not go anywhere. It is a classic, And remember, you have to remember that it's a class act. Zusu, And I'm thinking about, just as I'm talking, I was thinking about wearing my zoot suit with the pinstripes. I was thinking about wearing the red one on Valentine's Day. Now I'm thinking about wearing that with the polka dots. With polka dots and pinstripes, they go together. You understand? An idea just came in my head because I'm that type of person that I'm steady thinking fashion. Every time I see something, I always think about how to put it together. Every day I see a color and I see what color goes with what color. It pops in my head automatically because I'm always thinking fashion, my fashion. I'm always thinking about how to do my fashion. So what I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wrap this show up. And I'm letting you know it's the fashion experience, but just like my show is fashion. You see how I do my shoes, my mask, my pouch, my scarf, my shoes. My shoes, let me show you. My shoes, you understand me? Let me show you something. My shoes, see, all shine, all shine. All this is bling bling. See, all that is bling bling. That's all what I call coordinated. I coordinated like that. So by me coordinating like that, that's how it goes. And anything I do, I coordinate from that. I wear another pink, it'd be a whole different style. It'd be not the bling. This is the bling, next time it'll be something else. Believe me, International Red Fashion Experience, over and out. This is the fashion experience.